The right breaking art. Spring break. I'm an adult though, so spring break doesn't matter too much to me. Yep, this is a good piece here. There's that rock I was talking about last video that I made for the brush. This piece has like a lot of personal history there. I did it last week. During that week, I was watching a lot about Hannibal, and not that Hannibal, the Carthaginian one. Hannibal versus Scipio Battle Royale. It's very interesting stuff. And then also I drew on. Anytime I think of the word Hannibal, I had a friend who later in life I eventually had to eat. I know out of context that sounds that sounds bad out of context. But yeah, we'll learn more about that later. But like, an interesting thing about Hannibal, the Carthaginian, is that dude had to take. He took his legion and like 36 elephants across the Appalachian Mountains to invade Rome. That's ridiculous. There's so much about that. Like, if you want interesting history, go look up Hannibal versus Scipio. It's incredible what happened there. Now, as to my buddy I was talking about before, the guy I had to eat. Was that way back a long time ago? I lived on a farm, and we got a pig. And that pig one day he ate my ham sandwich. So I dubbed him Hammible. Now I really I took care of him, but I really wasn't into him that much because I knew I didn't want to befriend him because I knew later he was gonna be processed, and I don't want to be emotionally attached to the guy. And then one day, I had a couple beers and I was playing Monica Harmonica. He was jamming out to it. He dug it. He loved him some harmonica. So for like 6 weeks, at the end of the day, freaking on the farm, taking care of horses and everything else, and all the stress of that, unwind, play my harmonica, have a couple beers, and hang out with my buddy Hammible. It's really good times. But then we had to eat them. that was real bad. And yeah, I had a BLT, and it was probably the most delicious BLT I ever had in my life. But that's all I had. And then it really made me question as to my omnivorous history. And I thought about becoming a vegetarian. I didn't eat a burger for like 2 whole days. This is ridiculous, but old habits die hard. So here's to you, buddy. Here's to you, Hammible. One of the best friends I ever had. Got me through a really rough summer. Alright. So anyway, next race. Enough about the sadness. Now, I really wanted to convey like 2 different species here. This guy right here, I figure, like through selective breeding, kind of a grunt worker ape class. Now that's inspired by events in history. And the girl up top, our little princess up there, she's a general of some sort in an army. And I made a mistake. I made her skin blue, so I may go back at a future date and fix that, because it kind of looks like she's just a frozen corpse up there hanging out on top of an elephant. Like maybe she just froze to death from not doing anything. And our worker guy, he's living large, because he's keeping his body temperature warm. I don't know. art is weird and subjective. It's best to leave it vague. That way you have artist participation. They could determine what is what and ask questions. They'll be like, "Oh, this was the emotion you were meaning to create there, right, artist?" Then you just smile and nod and point to your nose and like, "Yep, you got it. You got it." And you say that to everybody. And then your art is a masterpiece. I don't know. I'm on Rainbow Road, so I'm not really. This is a difficult level. You can't fall off the edge. There's just a lot going on. I'm not really paying attention. I typically multitask, but this track, it's crazy. It's crazy if you want to be number 5. Number 5 in the ranking. Oh, 6, 9, 7. I went a little too dark on it, but what can you do? I really like you look at pictures of like Tibet and Nepal and their culture and the contrast in colors. Like all their flags are like bright red and bright orange and bright yellow against the backdrop of like browns and it kind of grays of the rocks and the mountains. That's why I did those flags, those colors. I think that contrast, that real pop, I really like it. Again, getting better with the lighting. I like the lighting in this one in the back, but I just wish our elephant escort guy, I wish I hadn't darkened up that area as much as I did. But what can you do? This is time to move forward in life. All right. Well, thanks for watching, guys, and take her easy. Later.